Jaylen, you talk about the mental challenge of this time of the year. Well, how did that show itself in this game? How'd you guys get past it?
I think not being ready in the third quarter, they came out and kind of jumped on us. They definitely raised their level of intensity, but, it took us a while to kind of get adjusted, and that led to our lead dwindling from 20 or so to a one-possession game.
Joe seems to be kind of like preaching mentality as much as he's preaching basketball. What's your kind of take on that kind of coaching style? How do you guys seem to embrace it. Kristaps was saying like he's able to challenge you, he's able to challenge Jason in that regard. Like how do you accept that kind of coaching?
I think that, it's just, it's coaching, and then it's like you said, it's like intangible stuff like mentality. And I think that, together our team has tried to establish a standard, and that standard, embodies a mentality. Like defensively, we got to be, a certain effort level every single night. Offensively, share the ball, rebounding, making sure you block out, making sure you, get your guy off the glass. Those are, coaching stuff, but it also is like mentality stuff that you got to come in, day out, and kind of put that energy level towards it. And I think that they go hand in hand at times.
Last night when Joe was sitting up here, he said that he almost hopes you guys will blow more leads this year to shed that sense of entitlement to winning. I'm wondering how you feel about the idea that you guys kind of feel a sense of entitlement to winning since you've won so many games so easily this year, and then in light of that, once again, the Pacers come back in the third quarter. This time you guys were able to turn things around.
I don't know about that one. But I would say, I thought we've been a lot better than we have been in previous years, where we've been able to put teams away. We've had only a handful of times teams have come back and found a way to win against us, even if it is a big lead or so. In the past, a lot of you guys remember some of those resulted in losses. And I think it's a step forward that, that in those moments of adversity that we still have found ways to win. I guess everybody wants us to be perfect. Over the course of 82 is tough to do. So, I think we've taken steps this year because I think a lot of those times, we've blown leads and they ended up in losses.
A couple years ago, fourth quarter, you guys kept blowing games, like huge leads. It hasn't really been a problem for a while now. I mean, you and Jason have grown a lot, but also this team has changed a lot. So how do you think you two have grown as leaders to try to be more consistent throughout a game, and how has this team kind of been reshaped to be balanced?
I think that we've grown in a lot of ways. Experience is the best teacher. Personally, I've grown, taking care of the basketball. My turnovers are down this year, making sure we get a good shot, making sure we find guys, hitting guys on the numbers, identifying, playing smart basketball, identifying the matchups, and going from there. I think we've grown in those areas as a unit for sure. And then also, we got a bunch of different guys in the locker room who's been able to step up in the fourth quarter in clutch moments. D. White, Drew, Porzingis, guys that, are big-time players. So I think that has made a world of a difference too.
Jaylen, you guys scored 79 in the first half, and it was beautiful ball. The second half, 48 points, and you guys had to win ugly. I think you had 4 rebounds in the fourth quarter. You took 2 shots, like you won with other intangibles, stops, blocks. How rewarding is that you guys can kind of change styles in the middle of the game because it requires it, and to pull a game out that's not just, blowing a team out?
It's extremely important. I think in the first half, we kind of got away from being the harder playing, smarter team, that was making the right decisions and plays. We got outplayed in the second half for sure. But when it came down to it in the wire, fourth quarter, we were able to nudge out a win just by matching the physicality. We rebounded better in the fourth quarter, a lot better than we did all game, and then that just helped us win.
Jaylen, a couple specific plays. Neemius on the jump ball when he hit it to himself, and then, I mean, moments later, he had another one, and you tapped it to him. Did you guys talk about that before going in?
No. We were just trying to win the jump ball. I think we lost the one before. Indiana was being real physical, and that was a great example of us meeting that level of physicality. Nimi got 2 hands on it and just went up strong. And from then on, I felt like that kind of set a tone for us. So Nini's been getting better, and he's been working. He's big. You know, when guys are out, to come in and set that level of intensity, but being smart, not fouling, showing your hands, and being a rim protector tonight. I thought he was pretty good at the rim. He blocked some shots. He altered some shots. He rebounded, and that's what we need him to do.
How do you feel like you guys are doing mentally? Because during this stretch, I feel like it's been so many games, and they just keep coming.
I think we've been holding our ground. You know, I think that, you know, obviously we haven't been as sharp or as perfect as we would like to have been, but I feel like we've came out, we've played a level of basketball that, you know, that is our standard. I feel like we've shared the ball. We've missed some shots. We got off to some slow starts in some games that, you know, got away from us. But for the most part, you know, we've been a physically tough, mentally tough team. And I think that's important, that we haven't skipped any steps. We haven't let the rope go, that we've been guarding our ass off all year. We've been moving the ball pretty much all year. We've been, you know, rebounding the ball well all year. And those are all good signs to a good team. So I think we haven't skipped any steps. This is a tough moment. You know, guys are out. Tough part of the season mentally for everybody. And I think we've been responding well.